Hi everyone, and welcome to the second Arena Kings chess.com tournament. I'm slightly delayed today because of, well, I blame my countryman, Carlson. He had a late game in Tata Steel, and I'm basically coming directly from the TV studio where I do commentary in Norwegian on a national Norwegian TV channel. That is true. We do have chess on TV in Norway. It's surreal. I think that is the only way you could possibly describe it. I actually have a plate of some dinner in front of me. I'll probably be eating that at some point because we have 2 hours of blitz chess ahead of us. Last time I was number one among the titled players, and I know that Eric Hansen is playing once again, and he will probably be eager to strike back after making second place behind me a week ago. So this is a weekly tournament. I hope you'll join me again next week. But for now, it's 15 minutes to 9. The tournament is going to last for 2 hours. Isolda is in the chat and saying you're looking good. And as I said, straight from the TV studio, it's suit and makeup. I don't know if you can tell, but I am wearing makeup today, so I'm feeling extra nice. Yeah, let's do a practice game before the serious tournament starts. And I'm gonna do a 3-minute game, and I'm gonna try to get somebody not so strong. Before a tournament, you should always try to make sure that you have confidence. So I'm gonna make a seek, trying to get some slightly weaker opponent. I'll be hoping to beat them, and then I'm gonna be in a good mood and ready for 2 hours of blitz chess. Mascara and a lipstick, says Steinar. Possibly. I don't know. I kind of just, when the makeup people come and say, now we're doing this, this, and this, I just close my eyes and let them do their thing. So I would be surprised if I have mascara, but at the same time, I don't want to rule it out. It could be. Who knows? ATI asks whether I'm at a hotel room in Bergen doing the stream, and actually I'm in Oslo. I'm in my apartment, and my apartment is actually just 10 minutes walking from the TV studio, so that's very useful when you have to hurry back home to do the stream. So we have a blitz game going against a Greek player on Gaza, and I have a slightly better position. I have this pawn in the center. I'm gonna have 2 pawns in the center soon. Probably a little bit better, but nothing major. But it's something to push. Now I'm gonna try to get my knight into this c6 square. ATI says, I thought the TV studio was in Bergen. And I have been in Bergen many times over the past couple of years to do the chess broadcast. And for the first time, actually, we're doing it in Oslo. Well, to be fair, we have done it a couple of times in Stavanger during the Norway chess tournament. There's a threat of knight takes f6. He stopped. my threat, and now I'm not too sure what to do. I'll go. That was potentially just a terrible move, but I'm trying to make him do something with this pawn. If he moves the pawn, then he will lose control of the f5 square. Check, king. Yeah. I don't think I played that very well. Check, king g7. Maybe I can just go all out attacking. Check, queen, f6. Could work, actually. Okay. I want to thank everybody who voted for me in the Twitter poll. Voted for me as the best stream. And I want to remind you all of this because last time I was sacrificing, let's say, more pieces than I normally would. So I'm gonna try to do the same strategy today, and this putting the knight on h6, having no escape squares, was a part of that strategy, and I'm massively regretting my decision. This knight is just absolutely terrible, and I might lose this game, but I'm hoping you will keep in mind that I do try to keep you entertained with some attacking chess, even though that is not really my my specialty. Okay, so now it's just about surviving, I think. Ah, he can't play f5 because then I just take his bishop. He cannot play f5. Then maybe g4 is an absolutely brilliant move. Okay, I take everything back. I'm very happy with my position. Very happy. Very happy. Okay, I take that back as well. I'm moderately satisfied. Yeah, okay, no, I take that back. I'm unhappy. Had he played rook g8 there, I would have been in trouble. Ah, I have some time issue as well. I'm getting low on time. Attack, says Receipt. Yeah. Something went wrong. I had a very good position from the opening, and then kind of everything just... It happens. Okay, now I have a good position again. My king is safe on e2, and it's blocking his pawn. And now I'm happy. It changes fast. Chess is a tricky game. And now I'm gonna go mate him. He wasn't interested in getting mated, but it's still gonna be pretty tricky for him. Okay, of course I blundered my d pawn, but he blundered his rook. So. Even Stevens. Even Stevens. 8 more minutes till we start. I'm gonna go into the tournament room and make sure that I am signed up. Wow. It's a very strong field today. I'm gonna put out a participants list, do a quick screen grab. It's a very strong tournament. Let's put this out there. So we have Georg Meyer, German, living in Stockholm. Very strong blitz player. He is ranked #1. And then we have Jackie from Romania. I don't know who that is, but clearly he's strong. We have Krikor from Brazil. We have Aman Hamilton, Chessbra. We have Ostrovsky, Crypto Chess. I don't know these guys, but clearly decent players. It's going to be very competitive. So there are prizes for the top 3 titled players. Top 3 titled players, and that is not going to be easy in this field. Mirinho asks, are you planning to take over the best beard in chess now that Magnus shaved? And I don't know about Magnus shaving, but Aman shaved his beard, which is probably the toughest competition I could have had. But yeah, if I'm gonna do a best beard of any kind, it's gonna be like a 3-day beard, because I cannot grow anything bigger than that. Chess Bay is in the house. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it with another Blitz game. I fear that I wouldn't finish in time for the tournament to start. And seeing as how I'm coming straight from work, essentially, I'm gonna eat some food. Mar asks, any over-the-board tournaments coming up? I'm playing in this Norwegian kind of beach place in February. But it's Norway in February, so I guess you would correctly assume that beach is kind of off the table. It's going to be cold and it's going to be strange, but it's going to be a chess tournament, which I'm playing. So it's going to be interesting even so. Birdia asks, when are you coming to the US again? I haven't been for quite some time. You're very right. So, and I don't really know when it's going to happen. I don't think, well, I assume I'll be back, but I don't know when. Isolda says, FIDE recently implemented some new rules in chess. Every time Hammer beats an opponent, he's gotta say, can't touch this. And every time he wins with a checkmate, he's gotta say, hammer time. I think I can live up to that. I don't know about every time I win a game, but every time I checkmate saying hammer time, I think that's fair. I think that's very fair. Yeah, Kragere is the beach place I'm playing in February. And Laffen is complimenting me on my work ethic. A long broadcast with Magnus making a draw in the end with the white pieces against Kramnik. And now 2 hours of streaming. It's a harder life if you want to be a chess professional. Birdia asks, last time in US, was it in Philly? And that is correct, I believe. I've played a tournament in Vegas. I lived in the US, in Berkeley, when I was younger. But my last time playing chess in the US was Philly. Well, actually, no, it was New York. I was a 4-day trip in New York before the World Championship match. And I did play a bit on Union Square. When in New York, you gotta challenge the hustlers, right? But my last like proper tournament in the US was in Philly. Chess Bay says that I have to set up donation alerts because she gave me bits and I didn't notice. I did notice My problem is that I'm such a Twitch newbie that I don't really understand the bits concept. Um, so I might actually need being taught what these bits are. I understand that they're very good, and as such, yeah, I should say thank you very much, Chess Bay. Um, but the kind of the Twitch culture is still a bit unknown to me. I'm learning as I go. Sodstrom says that, oh, I thought you had a daytime job, but no, it's just chess. Vaikansei. Ati asks, what are your ambitions as a chess player? We all know how high ranked you were a couple of years ago. Yeah, I was. I was a pretty good chess player at some point. But it hasn't been working out the last couple of well, months, years to some extent. I'm being taught on what bits are. So bits are cents. 1 bit is 1 cent. So she literally gave you money. Okay, but that's very generous. So what's gonna happen? My plan for the future is to... Actually, I'm playing Georg in the first round. I really should concentrate. But for the future, I'll have this kind of... the plan is sorry, to have some sort of a hammer striking down when you donate. I have some idea. The chess.com people are helping me out doing the technical stuff, which is too complicated for me. Did I just blunder my bishop? Oh, man. Well, I say blunder my bishop, but I mean giving up my bishop for a knight, which is almost as bad. Yeah, this is boring. This is not very entertaining chess. Georg plays these French lines all the time, and they're so solid. It's so tricky to get anything against them. Chess Bay is giving advice to only chat during the easy games. But on the other hand, if I'm chatting during the easy games, they're not going to be that easy, are they? It's a tricky thing. Okay, I'm going to put a rook on the d file. But he has this extra central pawn. So it's not just that he has a very solid opening. I might even be worse. Okay, I assume he wants to go here. Queen exchange. The thing is that he probably realized at this point that I'm not too happy about the opening, so I'm just trying to exchange it down to a draw. Having the white pieces, that's kind of a thing you can do, right? So he's going to be looking for ways to keep the pieces in play and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to exchange more pieces, because that's how I play chess. It's incredibly boring play, but maybe I can go here. I might be slightly better here, actually. I have the queenside majority, and I have control over the d file. I could be better. Yeah. Chess Bay approves of my strategy of making a draw. She wants the competition to stay competitive. She wants it to be about equal score all the time. I can exchange off queens, but that's pretty boring. On the other hand, do I really have any hope that he's gonna mess up? No. No. Maybe. Okay, now I'm doing something. He's not playing very... I don't think he's playing accurately. I think he made a slight mistake there. Now I have some pressure against his pawn. Ah, and he got his king back. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Now I can try to attack this pawn. It's interesting. No, I'm actually better here. I think I'm outplaying him. Wow, I'm playing like a complete genius. This is going really well. He's gonna try to flag me. Ah. Yeah, I messed it up. Okay, I wasn't gonna gamble. Both had 4 seconds left. It's the first game. There was a threefold repetition, and I claimed the repetition. We were both moving way too slow. I think he may have thought that we were getting increments, and I think if he had realized we weren't getting increments, then maybe he would have flagged me. So I wasn't going to take that chance. I played a really good game. I massively outplayed him, and then I got low on time, and he defended pretty well, and it happens. It happens. But now I have an 1800 player from Portugal, and these are really the kind of games that I need to win quickly, and that's going to be a key to winning the tournament, is really trying to crush the lower rated guys, which is, you know, not very generous, but it's what I got to do. It's how I'm going to win this tournament. So the tournament, you play many games, and there's not a set amount of rounds. You just, when you finish you get your game, you get a new round. And because of that format, you really need to play with speed, and you need to kill people quickly, and you're getting rewarded for doing so. If you want to win quickly, don't play Caro-Kann, says Uday. But Caro-Kann is a good opening. I like it. I think it's interesting. I mean, I'm killing the guy on time. And I have a winning position. I have good centralized pieces. His pawn structure is a wreck. And I'm going to win this game. But I actually played really well against Georg. I'm still pretty happy about outplaying him. He's a good player, and it's not that often you manage to crush him in such a seemingly simple fashion. And yeah, I messed up, and I let his king get active, and I let my king get blocked by his rook. But I'm happy with getting to the good position, and then I just need to be a bit more of a killer afterwards. It feels like I should be winning with a double attack. I'll do this and this. And I played so quickly now that I might get him to resign early, which is always good, especially now. I'll go here. Then I'll take this one. There's some Pro Chess League talk in the chat. And if you're talking about Pro Chess League, you probably know that Magnus Carlsen is playing tomorrow for the Norway Gnomes. We actually have 2 world champions playing for our team. Both Tala Steel participants. So they're playing in the tournament, which has a rest day. How to decide quickest. I'll check and take the bishop. Queen takes f7. That's his idea, but then I have queen h3 and queen takes g2. Checkmate! Oh, we might get... No, he resigned. I'm sorry, Isolde. There's no catchphrase for you. He resigned before that. Okay, I'm playing Black Dog. I think he's one of the other streamers. And we're gonna play a... what are we gonna do? I'm gonna take this one and see what happens. This line is pretty popular nowadays, but I don't really know how they play it. I'll do this, this. Yeah, now he's going to be attacking me from... I'll go b3. How many places can you put the knight? If I go e6, are you really gonna put it in the corner? But then my e6 pawn might get weak. Okay, I'll trust that you have that under control. I'm skeptical, but I'll trust you. I'm reluctant to play e6 because that pawn is going to be really difficult to defend afterwards. And now it's not going to be that difficult to defend, so I'm going to go for it. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. And then I'm trying to exchange off bishops, partly because his bishop was threatening something, but also because I'm preventing rook f6, which could be useful. And now I'm opening the c file so that my rook can start attacking towards c6. Queen c1, I guess. Queen c1. My bishop is doing a good job because he cannot move his knight without losing the rook. So, but this has become a very complicated game, and as such, my time usage is pretty high. I guess winning games is going to be important as well, but I haven't played as quickly as I have wanted to. Queen c5 is tricky because if he takes, then I have a fork. But then he has rook a6. Okay, I'm gonna go queen c5, rook a6, knight c2, and then his rook might actually get into trouble. Thank you. No, thank you. If I take, he has. If I take here, then check. Messy. Take here, then take here, then take there. No, I'll take this one. And then this one. And now I need just the finishing blow. I can't see it. Okay, I should exchange. I should just win with my extra pawn, I think. I'm a pawn up. I mean, I have a lot of good stuff going for me, but one of those things is my pawn up. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take here on f8 just to be fancy. No, I'm not. He protected his bishop, so I couldn't do that. But yeah, this is going to be a win. Okay, I'm going to take a sneak peek at the standings. I couldn't really see it early enough, but I think I was not among the top players. And now I have another tough game against an Armenian national master. I didn't know that they had those titles. I thought only the US had those. But I'm starting to realize that I'm gonna have a hard time getting my food. I got it sitting on a plate next to me, but I don't know if I'm gonna get the chance to have some. Oh, I'll have to make the time, right? So he's gonna go knight e4. I'm gonna castle. And basically, I think I misplayed this. Maybe I should have exchanged the knights, but I'm kind of a bit cramped. And there's potential for him to do sacrifices on the king's side. So I'm going to have to do c5 as fast as possible. Yeah. Maybe I can go knight to g6. Put pressure on the d4 pawn. That's a pretty good idea. He's handing me his bishop. Well, I cannot resist a bishop. I cannot. I'm going to take a bishop. If you offer it to me, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. Yeah, he's regretting that already. Thinking about how to take back. Yeah. Straight from the TV2 studio, says Hawks80. That is correct. No food serving there, he asks. Yeah, there's some food, but I'm a very hungry guy. I'm a very hungry guy. I actually have a sandwich. I brought. But that's going to create the same problem, right? When am I going to have time to have my sandwich? It doesn't show on your tummy, says you die. I'm assuming that's some kind of compliment, right? If you like to eat a lot and it doesn't show. It's a very modern way of complimenting people. But also you probably haven't seen me up close. What's happening? He has his king on g3. Which leads me to think I'm going to win this game. I'm really not certain how. Let's double the rooks. I haven't decided yet whether to do the C file or the D file. But both options are open to me. His knight on f3 is pretty annoying because it's doing a good job of protecting stuff. Okay, I'm going to be tricky. I'm going to go king here. And then I'm going to try to sacrifice an exchange. I don't think I could take it immediately because of knight f6. I'm just going to sacrifice. I think his king is so weakened. And actually he had queen e3, queen f2 maybe. I think that was really poor from me, but I think it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off, I hope. Yeah, it's complicated. It's very complicated. I'm going to give this check. I don't think he can take it. So he has to go back. And then I'm going to get some seconds of him being very dazzled with my move. He's going to take it. Wow. That is so brave. And probably very stupid, but so brave. It might actually work for him. Wow. That is very brave. Are you really telling me I cannot checkmate you? That is insane. Threatening bishop g6 checkmate. Wow. If he had gone bishop takes h7, I would have had queen. Hammer time! Sorry. It's a checkmate. It's a checkmate. It's hammer time. Wow, that was a spectacular game. Wow. I think I had him anyway. I think if he had gone bishop takes, I think I could have played queen g3. And then I would have been like a rook and a piece down, and he would have had no way of stopping checkmate anyhow. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm playing this line, which Georg knows, and I have no idea what's going on. So that's going to be interesting. It's already showing on my clock that I don't really know what's going on, which is, you know, not great, but I hope I'll live to tell some stories about it. I'm gonna go here. This is probably a terrible move, but it's gonna be a move that he hasn't seen before, and there's gonna be some kind of positional point, and it's gonna get him thinking, and that's kind of the main plan right here, that he's gonna start thinking, which means my clock stops running away with it. So we're gonna do a closed position. I'm gonna put my knight here on d6. Probably this is just a good position for white. Maybe. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna play some positional chess. I'm gonna actually now check the standings to see if Georg is anywhere close to me in the standings. We're equal, so we drew our first game, and then we won the rest of our games. So that's interesting. So this is actually a hugely important game. And actually we're both kind of in trouble because we're way behind the leaders. So we have some issues in terms of staying with the top guys. But actually, I think I'm better here. I might be outplaying him for a second time. That would be awesome, actually. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. What's he planning? I'm gonna go here. Now he's threatening f5, so now I need to go here. I'm outplaying him. I really think so. I think I played a very good game so far. And now I'm putting the rook on the e file next. And he has to consider me going knight f3 check, and his bishop is a bit loose. Udai asks, will you play the Lichess Bullet Tournament tomorrow? And yes, I will. I will be streaming for a total of maybe even 7 hours. Because I'm doing some commentary on the first rounds of the Tata Steel tournament. I'm doing coverage of the Pro Chess League. It's the first round tomorrow. And I'm just gonna have to make a move. Booyah! Now we're talking. That was a fantastic game. I think that was... I'm playing like a real genius right now. I'm playing so strong. So strong. Wow. The chat is going crazy. That's how I liked it. That's how we like it. Booyah! That felt really good. That felt really good. I'm playing a 2000 player and he's playing the opening so fast. So fast. I mean, everybody is an opening genius these days. I don't know how, but... Okay, I'm gonna put my pieces in the middle. and then we'll see what happens. Oh man, I'm not paying attention. I allowed bishop h5. That's actually really, really poor. No, it's because when you play such a good game, you get so excited, right? And now I'm messing up the next game. I was so happy about the game against Georg, and now I'm possibly worse against some French. Yeah. We shouldn't say bad things about the French, but we're all thinking it. Some people are complaining about my yelling, but I mean, that is an expression of joy. And that was such a good game. And I had this finishing tactic. I calculated it so brilliantly, spent 40 seconds and found this queen h6 idea. I was just, you know, I was just so happy with myself. I cannot help it. But on the other hand, Tommy, who's complaining about how he's supposed to sleep with all that yelling, I mean, what are you doing, Tommy? Are you watching me play fantastic chess and you're trying to go to sleep? I mean, come on, guy. This is no time for sleeping. This is time for paying attention. I'm not this game, but the other games I've been playing very well, very well. You don't realize how often I'm unhappy about my own play. So just saying that I think I'm playing great is such a big deal for me. And now I'm playing an even game against this French guy, right? So it's like you never know when your good moments are, and you gotta appreciate them when you got them. Okay, I'm gonna do a sacrifice alert. And I am doing this because I want you to vote for me in the poll about the, you know, funniest or most entertaining stream. So whenever I sacrifice something, I'm counting on you to back me up and vote for me for the best stream. Because I don't think this sacrifice was sound. Oh, I hope so, but it would be so typical if I ruined like a great start to the tournament by just going crazy with some unsound sacrifice. Okay, it's a good sacrifice. I won back the piece. It's all good. I could have taken on f6 and given checkmate on h7. Oh well. I'm 3 pawns up. The sacrifice has worked brilliantly, and my opponent resigned. Isolda supports me on the no sleeping part. Chigas is trying to look at multiple streams at once, but I pulled him back with my scream. So, I mean, if that's not a good enough explanation to do the screaming, I don't know what is. I got back some viewers thanks to that. So, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, let's exchange. It's fine. It's fine. I do like trading. I told you that with the first game against Georg. And now this guy is voluntarily offering exchanges. What is the odds of me not accepting that? And now he's even giving me a free piece. I'm going to say yes to that too. I'm going to take all the free pieces I can get. I'm never going to turn that down. then let's do the A file. Actually, let's go into defense. Okay. Defense. So my queen, kind of my pieces over here are occupying the white queen. So I can start taking black pawns. And now I'm gonna do some attacking of my own over here. I might even take this pawn. No, I'm not that greedy. I'm just gonna go here and then I'll exchange queens. No, I'll do checkmate. Checkmate is fun. Ah, actually there was a checkmate in one move. I pre-moved something other than checkmate. It happens. It happens. So let's check the standings. 3 points behind. 3 points behind the first place. My win against Georg has been brilliant because he also lost his streak during that loss. Wow. This is aggressive play from Bigfoot. Wow. He really doesn't... I'm thinking this black squared bishop is going to be such a monster. He's going to be regretting that he gave me that bishop so easily. And now I'm just going to go take a pawn. I like pawns. What can I say? I'm just going to take it. Actually, I might play e5. Maybe I shouldn't have done that with my queen still kind of trapped-ish. It's probably okay. I'll be fine. I'll do like this. And then I'll run the a-pawn. He'll play h5 and then sacrifice on g5. No. I'm mistaken. But then I'm just going to go back into defense. His king is worse than mine. I'm a pawn up. I have the bishop pair. His knight is out of play on h3. I'm not sure I can find a single good thing about his position. Okay, so he's going to play his knight back to f2. Should I be running my pawn? No. I'll put my knight on c5. That's a pretty good square. Okay, he's voluntarily opening up for my rook. That I'm going to be happy to accept. Then he's giving me... Maybe I shouldn't take this. But I'm going to anyway. Okay, so I realized I kind of gave him a lot of light squared control, but on the other hand, I got a pawn that's just gonna run the board. I'm hoping. Okay, he's going to f5. But if he goes to f5, I'm just gonna sacrifice and open up for my bishop. So my question is more, how do I protect this pawn? Okay, he went for it. That's not gonna be very good for him. It's a very generous way of getting my bishop into play. He was overly helpful, I would say, in letting me get my bishop into an attacking position. I should have just taken the rook. I don't know what I was thinking. Take the rook and then knight b3. I'm just winning. On the other hand, I would say I'm reasonably likely to be winning here as well. But it's going to be slightly more tricky. Check. 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 How about this one? Check. Check. I really shouldn't be thinking right now. How about this one? This one is good. It took some time, but I found a checkmate. And it's hammer time. He played the move to allow the checkmate. And it's the second checkmate of the day. And now I got a weaker Indian player. This is going to be one of those games I want to actually focus a bit. Because if I can beat him really quickly, that's going to be very huge for my score. It will be very valuable. He's playing the tricky accelerated dragon. There's some traps here, but I think I know how to avoid them. Something about queen b6 is pretty tricky. Okay, I'm gonna have something to eat. I'll turn off. No. Queen b6. Yeah, I'll go here. It feels safe. Just in case there are some tactics on the long diagonal, I'm just gonna go back with the knight. And then if he now goes d6, I can go back, and it's just no big deal. I'll go c5. Looks interesting. Trying to attack some of the weak squares. I might be overestimating how valuable it is playing against this pawn. I can live with that. Especially if he goes knight e8. No, he's going to sacrifice. And I'm going to take. Free pawns. Thank you. And then he's trading with... This feels like a strange strategy, going for trades when you're already a pawn down. I'll do more trades. More trades. Thank you. I think I'm good. Knight a5, he can go to, no. I'm not sure he even realizes he's a pawn down. I should have traded. Okay, I'm gonna do a5 and then b3. I don't think I played this very well. Bishop b3 is tempting, but I don't know what to do if he takes my pawn. I'm gonna do it. I'm being advised in the chat not to call 2,000 players weak. I will take that under advisement. Yeah. Do not call 2,000 players weak. I can probably do that. Okay. Discovered check. And another discovered check. And at this point, I'm 3 pawns up. And how did I spend 2 minutes on this game? This is not part of my tournament strategy. But it's a win. Every win brings us closer to the end goal of winning the second. Zimbo is saying that I should take with the queen in the opening. This is much better, he says. Well, maybe I get another chance. Maybe I get another chance. Okay, I'm playing a Russian international master. This is going to be a tricky game. I'll castle and I'll do my pawn sacrifice. But it appears my opponent is well versed in this pawn sacrifice, which is a pity, because when your opponent knows this opening, it's just a really crappy. It's not very good. It's not very good. I don't even remember how to equalize. Okay. Ah, he tricked me. Wow, I'm just a pawn down. And he's playing so fast. It's so terrifying when your opponent is playing fast. And then he seems to know the opening better than you. Yeah, I'm in big trouble. Why did I go for this line? It's such a poor line. Okay, I'm gonna try to make a draw. Then I will lose my extra points for winning streak. But at least I'll get a point or something. I'm first. Hawks in the chat is saying I'm number 1 in the tournament. That is fantastic news. But I'm not sure I'm gonna last. I think I might drop. I might drop just due to this game. Maybe 94. Okay, that I think repaired my position. 94. Yeah, I think so. King F1 next, and I'm kind of guarding everything. And now it's time to introduce my pawns. Yeah. Maybe I should have gone G4. I might regret that because there's going to be a pawn race. There's going to be a pawn race and I'm slow in the pawn race. Big trouble, big trouble. I thought I was fine. I thought I was fine and I messed it up again. If he goes A6, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. I think I'm losing. It's probably also a good move. It's a very good move. Oh, this is so bad. So bad. I'm not even threatening on g7. Ah, but he didn't see that. Wow, that was very lucky. I might escape this, actually. h4, that was a very good move. That is so bad. I let him flag me in an equal position. I let him flag me in an equal position. That is just heartbreaking. Wow. That is just so bad. I got insecure about whether it was a fortress or not, and I let him flag me. If I had just gone into the corner at once, I would have made a draw. And then I started thinking, and I got low on time, and so bad. And Georg is playing some very strange stuff, because he has realized that he actually needs to win this game. His only chance of kind of keeping up with me is going to be to beat me. So he probably doesn't know that I just lost my streak. By losing the game, I also lost my ability to get double and triple points. And so he has gone very aggressively to try and beat me. And that might work in my favor. I'm not a brilliant attacking player, but I'm capable of attacking. I was gonna say, and now I realize that I'm just 2 pawns down for nothing, right? Well, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I kind of committed myself into sacrificing now. So I'm gonna do it. Wow, defense. Knight there. I thought he was gonna go on the offense. Probably he saw I was gonna sacrifice on g6. But now I think I might just take this one and go for an exchange and say that he might have some weak squares and stuff. Take, queen f2, looks good. Take, no, that's not gonna work. I also need to calm down after that last game. That's gonna be tricky with just the next one coming straight immediately. It's an interesting game. Caffeine asks, when did you reach 2200? No, 2000. And I think I was 13, I think. Ah, he got the Queen Exchange. I should not have allowed that. Maybe I can go for it anyway. I'm low on time. I'm gonna do some stuff and I have no idea whether it's good. Probably it's pretty bad. But I'm just so low on time, I just gotta do something. And he has noticed that I'm low on time, so he's just gonna flag me. And that's gonna be so depressing, losing a game just because you're playing so slow. But I guess that's how streaming works, right? I mean, if you concentrate too much on talking, then you're gonna lose games. But also it's so typical, right? You lose one game and then you lose the next one as well. Because you're steaming, you cannot, it's very difficult to adjust. Oh, come on! So bad. I dropped from first place. I dropped like 5 places. It's so depressing. And I actually made a comeback in that game. I had chances to win at the end, and definitely to make a draw. Now I'm worse in yet another game. Two losses in a row. I was playing the most amazing chess. Okay, I'm gonna win this one. This is going to be a quick win. He got himself into trouble. And there's no way back, I think. I'm going to play super quickly because somehow I'm now 14 points behind the leader, Kriko. And I have no idea how that happened. 14 points behind. Wow. That's like 3 wins while on a streak. I mean, even if I had won both my games, I wouldn't have as many points as him. So I think what I'm judging from that is that I'm playing too slow, or maybe, just maybe, I'm playing Georg too many times. Basically, where we might be ruining each other's chances because we're getting tough games against each other. So that's not good. And this is not good because I'm wasting my big advantage. Wow. Here's something crazy. What about this move? This might actually work. This might actually work. Wow. And now I'm gonna checkmate him on the H file. Wow. Wow. It's a good comeback. It's a good comeback. Okay, so I'm so far behind, it's not even funny. I think among the title players, I'm number 5. So I'm still ahead of Georg, but I mean, so is everybody else, basically. And Black Dog is number 1. He has played 15 games, whereas I've only played 11 games. I mean, it's not like I'm slacking. I played 4 games less than the guy in the lead. Wow, that is just depressing. I need to play more games to get up in the standings. And another international master. It's gonna be... I'm not gonna get the easy games too often. It's gonna be tricky all the way. Tricky all the way. I'm gonna try c4 and see what happens. It's a lot of pawns, possible captures. But I think maybe he didn't develop quickly enough. Maybe I can exploit that. I see a check. Maybe I had something stronger. Maybe I could have done... I probably had something stronger there, but this looks pretty good as well. He needs to go back with a queen. And then I should take... I can just take back here. Well, I'm not winning any material. I want to win something here. But getting my knight to f8 looks a bit risky. I'm going to do it anyway, just to kind of see. Ah, he has bishop d5. No, then I have knight h4. Okay. So now I have this move. So that was a big mistake by him. King e7 was a big mistake. Now I get bishop a3. Ah, he's just taking the knight anyway. I forgot. Yeah, this is not good. Probably I'll win if he takes it, because I have rook b1 and rook d8. But it's also probable that the only way I win if he takes... Ah, if he takes, I have knight b5. Knight b5 is probably good. Probably taking and rook b1 was good as well. But knight b5 kind of feels cooler. Threatening knight to c7 checkmate. Knight d5, I can give a check, take the bishop, threaten the rook, threaten here. Yeah, no, this is a cool move, I think. Knight b5. I can take. I can take. I'll take the bishop with check. I think that's good. Okay, he resigned. Check standings. I'm still not doing very well. I think the best I can hope for here is top 3. But on the other hand, there's quite a bit of time left. Okay. 1700 Polish guy. It's his first game in the tournament. We're gonna crush him. We're gonna do a very good job of just playing quickly. So I'm gonna stop caring about making good moves. Just play really, really quickly. Because I have played, what was it, 4 games less than the guy in the lead. And that just tells me I'm playing way too slow. And also I'm losing 2 games, which I shouldn't have lost. But even if I had made a draw in those games, the only good thing would have been ruining Georg's streak. Because a draw in itself compared to a win is not such a big deal, I would say, in this format. Yeah. I really didn't have a point of going with my queen there. Maybe I can get a point, because now the knight is slightly uncomfortable. I'm gonna go try pick it up. b4 is actually much better than it looks, but I don't know about that move. Because now I get pressure down the c file. He could have gone. I'll do this. Gabiatic in the chat is saying you should go for Scholar's Mate. And I don't know about that. I think that's probably a bit too much. I don't think they would fall for it. I don't think they would. And this is working pretty well as well. I haven't spent a lot of time. And I have 2 pawns up. I would say the strategy of playing quickly has been a success. He actually has some pressure against my pawn. That's not good. Attack back. But now my knight is very kind of awkward. Because I cannot move the knight without something bad happening. And that's not good. Threatening knight c4 maybe? No. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I kind of got myself into an awkward position because of this knight. And now I'm starting thinking, which is, you know, just, it's what happens, right? You make some mistake and then trying to recover from that mistake, you lose control. Okay, I'll take this one and I'll go here. I think I needed to prioritize blocking his rook over taking this pawn. So I can try to take the pawn with something other than my knight. And now if he goes queen b3, I can take on e5 and check the pawn. Take the pawn with the check. Maybe I can go even queen e1 and knight. Yeah. So he was afraid of queen e1. And now I got the pawn anyway. Let's just push. Pawns should be pushed and queens should be traded and taken if given the opportunity. Okay, so now I'm number 6 with that win. So that was a very good win. And I get another 2100. Maybe I can do something with this. I don't really know this opening, but I have a feeling it's good for white. It's probably very good for white. This is how you play when you want to have a quick win. Just push those pawns right into attack and hope for the best. Push those pawns. I might be sacrificing a piece. I'm just, warning you in advance. This might be one of those either brilliant piece sacrifices or absolutely terrible ones. So b5, a4, b4 takes queen b3 is my idea. He didn't go for it. But now I might get a bishop on e6. And then there's no way he's surviving. So wow. Bishop e6 and then queen b3. His pieces are just completely dead. I'll go here. And then take. And then this. Maybe that was not so good, but you would think I'm winning, right? It feels like I have a pretty decent position, but he can actually go queen b8. And I'm not sure what my follow-up is. Okay. But here I'm winning the queen. And taking other things at the same time. Interesting attempt at escaping. Wow, it actually worked. For a little while. Now I'm sacrificing the queen for checkmate. Booyah! Let's get it. Go back with the rook. Don't resign. He resigned. No hammer time in that case. Wow, a 2700 Canadian who I have never heard of. I have no idea who this guy is, but it would appear he's pretty good at chess. And he has about the same amount of points as me. Bishop d3. That is a very interesting way of playing chess. But to be fair, my opening play was unorthodox at best as well. Okay, I have the bishop pair in an open position. I don't see any reason why I'm not much better. I think I misplayed it. I should have done something more queen exchangey. I should have tried to exchange queens somehow. I don't know what's going on. This is just a strange position in my mind. I can take this pawn. Wow, that was very strange of him. C3. That was... I don't think that was very good. Probably he wants to take and go rook b5. And then there's a trap with queen a. There's a queen e4 attacking the rook and attacking the h2 pawn. And it's causing me some concern. Actually, now I'm very concerned. Well, he can just take my bishop. What am I doing? I had a good position and then things got tricky and I got into trouble. That's basically the story of my playing Blitz on the internet. People trick me. They're kind of mean. People trick me all the time. I cannot take that pawn. That's bad news. Chess is tough. Chess is tough. Once upon a time, I was really good at these lines. But now I just don't remember anything. I used to know theory on this. It's a true story. I just blundered my knight. Wow, I shouldn't be playing openings, I don't know. I just blundered my knight. Wow. And it's so typical because I'm steaming from the previous game, right? I'm steaming from the previous game and I blundered my knight. It's unbelievable. So bad. So bad. And he didn't catch it. He didn't take the knight. Wow. Let's see. How many more times can I blunder this knight without actually losing it? That's going to be a big question. I'm basically going into an endgame that is just bad for me. But I'm hoping that he doesn't understand it's bad for me because of the pawn structure. But he did. He did. He did understand. Oh, man. Put up a smile, says Hawks. I don't think you're a chess player, Hawks. I don't think any chess player would say to another chess player, oh, just make that, put that frown upside down. That's not how things work. And if you think so, you didn't lose a competitive game of chess. Because that losing a chess game is really the worst thing I know. I don't think there's anything worse. Probably there's couple of things worse, but some kind of other than close family dying, I don't think there's anything worse. Okay, this is interesting pawn structure. I'm gonna take these, put them on black, and then I'm gonna hope to use my majority on the other side. Probably not gonna work. But on the other hand, I don't think I'm going to lose this. Okay, I should probably stop him from playing f5. Actually, I'm not sure I should. Maybe I should have just let him. But now I have an entry point with my king. I might win this. Yeah, I might win this. Javiatic is saying that probably getting cancer would be better than losing a game of chess. So I think there we have somebody who has lost a chess game and knows that it's one of the absolute worst things in life. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. What is going on? I'm not sure. It's a tricky position. Chances for both sides. He might play b3. Maybe he should have played b3 there, actually. I'm trapping his bishop. This is, if somebody was watching when I was doing the studies, I mean, they're gonna get a kick out of this. This is actually very cool. Very cool. Okay. Okay, I won on time, but just if he had gone king d3, king takes g6, king takes c3, I have king f7 trapping his bishop. That was very cool. That was very cool. How am I doing in the standings? I'm way behind. I'm way behind, well, basically everyone. I'm behind everyone except Aman and Georg. There's some irony in that. The two guys I thought was going to be really tricky, I'm ahead. And all the other guys, I'm just... Krikor is at 17.5 out of 18. Wow. Krikor is like 14 points ahead of the entire field. That is insane. That is very impressive. And then I have Crypto Chess. I don't know who that is in second among the titled players. Black Dog is up there, mostly because he played so many games. He did pretty well, but I think one of his main skills is getting as many games as possible. But that's basically a very important skill in this format. And I'm being outplayed by some American guy. Maybe I'm not outplayed. Maybe I can go f5. Maybe I can go f5. I like that. f5. Aggressive. Very aggressive. This is the Norwegian imitation of aggressive Russian grandmaster. My fake Russian accent is identical to my fake French accent. Almost. Fun fact. I'm actually concerned. I'm concerned because he got the diagonal for the queen. And that wasn't really my intention. If he goes f6 at some point, I might be in danger. So I should go a4, I think. a4 and go for the c pawn. f3 takes, bishop takes, knight e4. Looks okay. He's getting g7. But I'm queenie. Okay, so that was a bit of a scruffy game, but I'm gonna win it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not gonna win it. Who knows? Check, takes. Should work. Hiding the king. Wow, I actually made a mess of that. Wow. Wow. I actually made a mess of that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, that was lucky. I had bishop c6. I was about to lose that game, actually. That's insane. I was not respectful of his pawn, and that could have cost me dearly. Are you kidding me? I let him queen again. Wow. That was... Stuff was happening in that game. Wow. Okay, at this point, I'm just going to be happy to finish the stream without any, well, queen blunders, basically. Because that was not good. And I'm still way behind. No, I'm not way behind. I'm 5 points behind the second place. That's actually not too bad. That's not too bad. 5 points behind second place? That's pretty nice. I can live with that. So that means winning this game would be pretty huge. And I'm liking my position already. I'm liking my position. Let's go here. I guess go here. Some normal developing moves. And then maybe this. And no, let's not do that. Bad idea, bad idea. Okay, that was a pretty bad move. That was not a good move. If king h2, then knight g4 check. If g4, then knight takes g4. I kind of made a mess of that. All by myself. Okay, I'm gonna play b5. Normally I don't play b5 in these positions, but somehow I felt like it right now. It might come back to haunt me, but for the moment I'm gonna stick with it. I don't like my position. I don't think I played very well. Donnie Shore says, dude, you kind of tend to put pressure on yourself. Correct that. I don't think that's possible. I mean, I don't think you can be very good at something without having huge demands to yourself and your performance. Okay, so Kriko lost his winning streak, but he was like 20 points ahead of me anyhow. So I'm gonna try to get second place. I think the first place is kind of out of reach, but the second place is like, I think it's I think it's $75. So second place is still very good. So I would rather have an update on how far up I have to go to get the second place. Right now, I think that's more interesting. I'm gonna keep the rook here to be attacking on e3. Maybe he goes f5. Okay. I don't understand what's going on. Queen c5. Am I low on time? Stuff is hanging. Ah, I blundered the pawn. And I'm low on time. Oh, come on! I saw it once I made my move. I was much better and lost. Just in like 4 moves. Went from much better to lost in very short amount of time. People are laughing at me for losing. I don't think that's very nice, Lin Lam. I think that's... It actually hurts my feelings. As already observed, I'm pretty sensitive about playing poor chess. And losing that game was heartbreaking. Well, no, it was not heartbreaking. Some of the other losses have been much, much worse. Especially the ones against like the 2700s, where I have a good position and then play too slowly and lose on time. Kurt's the GM Slayer. I beat him 2 or 3 times last week. But this time he got the better of me. He did. Yeah, so Suleiman is commenting, I think if this doesn't, I'll be happy not to blunder my queen, I said. And instead I blundered checkmate in 1 move. Though it is possible that I was going to get checkmated whatever happened, so. Yeah, there's that. I didn't think his attack was that dangerous, but I guess I was wrong. I should have... I don't know what I should have done. Maybe he was being clever. Maybe he just played that pretty well. Especially for a blitz game, it's difficult to defend. Chess Bay is asking if Alinalem needs to be modded. I don't think so. I think we will tolerate some criticism. I'm kind of nervous about my queen being trapped after queen b2. Suddenly I have a lot of very loose pieces. That move I'm not so concerned about. Because now he both got into a self pin and he's doing some. That sword should be a hammer, says Molly Gross. And that's a very good point. So the sword is its moderator and then subscriber. So the star is the one I can change, right? So I can have these sort of graphics. I'm happy to get some input on what the kind of subscriber graphics should be. So the star, I'm guessing some kind of golden hammer for the subscribers. But on the other hand, then I'm doing a lot of hammer themes. So maybe I should try to vary it a bit. How far behind am I? I'm quite a bit behind. This is not good. Hammers and Thor things. So Chess Bay thinks that I can do the same motive over and over again. Don't forget to play, says Gisele. I'll try to remember to play, but at this point I think it's reasonably moot, because I'm playing so badly. I don't see myself ever getting a prize. H3, that's interesting. While you're all still here and there's 20 minutes left, I want to mention that tomorrow is the first round of the Pro Chess League. And I would be very happy if you could all come watch as the Norway Gnomes play the first match of the season. We got 2 world champions on our team. 2 world champions. To me that's pretty good. Norway Gnomes. First I misplayed it again. Norway Gnomes with the World Chess Champion and the World Chess Junior Champion. We're playing some Russian guys. So I'm gonna be doing a live stream on my channel. It starts at 5:30 Oslo Central European time, and I'm not sure what that translates into. 5:30, I guess that's 11:30 New York. 11:30 a.m. New York. We'll be playing against some Russian guys. And this is just a rumor, but I heard Russian guys are pretty good at chess. So it might be a difficult game for us. Look at the knight on b8. It's the saddest piece ever. It's such a bad piece. I don't have any words to describe how badly I played this game. If he plays knight e5 now, I think I'm in massive trouble. Yeah, but he let me get my rook to the h file, so then I think I should be able to make a draw. Olivia is not happy with the courtesy we're giving to our American viewers. She thinks that people should find out themselves and not in as many kind words. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Please vote for me in the Twitter voter thing, because that's the only way I'm getting a prize. This is not working out very well. To be fair, I deserved that, because this game was just horrible. I had a good opening and then something went extremely wrong. I'm not sure what, but just something went way bad. I don't even have a move. My queen is completely out of play. The voting will be on Twitter. So I'll make sure to tweet out the information on how to vote. It's in my self-interest. The person with the most votes gets $25, which you may think is not enough, but it's better than nothing. And right now I'm looking at nothing after losing a lot of games in a row. A lot of games. Okay, counter chances. I'm gonna stop talking and just focus on playing, because it seems that I really need focus to play. Trying to keep the diagonal. I might have some kind of blockade here. I'm gonna flag him. It's not very nice, but I think I'm in such a bad mood. At this point, it's not even flagging. At this point, I had a dangerous attack. Okay, so there's a comeback. Comeback. Streak, 2 games. How many points for a prize? 9 points in 12. Okay, and I mouse slipped my first move. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I have to catch up 9 points in 12 minutes, and probably the guy with those points is already playing a game and will probably be more than 9 points ahead. So I'm going to pre-move massively. This is already very interesting. This is attacking chess, very primitive. I mean, this is the most, I think, primitive attacking chess I've ever played in my entire life. Okay, I guess let's just push all the pawns and see what happens. All them pre-moves. So that's what impresses you guys, pre-moves. Had I known, I would have done so many, so much sooner. I didn't know that was all it took to impress. So we have an open H file. I have some pieces on the queen side which haven't, let's just say they're not fulfilling their potential. So I'm going to move those into attacking positions as we go. And here's a queen checkmate threat. Let's get the other rook. Now we're talking. Now we got a lot of pieces on this side of the board. And then how do we give checkmate? So queen g6 threatens on d3. That's kind of unfortunate. but it gives us good license to push the pawns. And if my opponent is going to allow me to do so, I'm just going to go ahead. Push those pawns. Push those pawns. Maybe we should do a queen trade? No. We're not doing queen trades. We're not taking any prisoners. I think I'm gonna do this. Ooh, I should not have done that. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake, actually. Okay, well. I feel committed to this outcome. Yeah, I don't think I should have given up my rook for no good reason. At the time, I thought it was a funky thing to do, but now I'm just massively regretting it. So now I need to find some way I can flag this guy, because let's be honest, I'm not going to win this game through good play. That ship has sailed. I think I might get into a bishop endgame with 2 pawns down. And that's one of the better scenarios. Maybe f7 is disruptive. On the other hand, I'm also allowing him to give a check on e5. That's not very good. Yeah. Okay, but there's some kind of an endgame, and endgames are very good for flagging people. This is going to be one of the most useful advices I can give. That endgames are very good for flagging people. Because you don't get checkmated in endgames. Okay. I actually almost self-made it there, but okay, I have my... Is this my 3rd game against this guy? Now, my previous white game, I played pretty well. And I think I crushed him in the opening. So let's see what happens when we play more normal lines. I think this is the guy I lost to the last round. And that hurt pretty bad. Rook d1, putting the rook on the same file as the queen. How far out? I'm 10 points behind Aman. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Yeah. Bishop f4. Booyah. Okay. My position is fantastic. This isn't looking good. Hawks is saying that last week, I think you had a lot more quick wins. No, last week I was cheating somehow in some way, but I was getting so many low-rated players. So last week I finished ahead of Eric Hansen, and I lost to Eric in our individual game, and I was losing in many other games as well and stuff. So I think what happened was that I finished ahead of him simply because I got so much easier opponents. And I think that didn't happen today, and that was kind of part of the reason why today wasn't close to being as successful as the last week. But also, kind of today, the best games I played today were much better than the best games last week. So today I had 2 very good games against Georg, and I had some interesting stuff against some other people. I think my first game against this Golichenko was pretty interesting, pretty good. So in general, I just feel like today I didn't play bad. It was just a stronger tournament and tougher to make one of the top places. Maybe I should have given a check. No. I want to go h4, h5 for sure. Do I want to keep the queens? I don't think so. I think I'm good exchanging queens. I don't think I mind. Actually, maybe I should have gone rook d5. I'm going to do that now since he kind of weakened his king. I'm gonna flag this guy. I'm not sure I'm actually doing that well. It's been an interesting game, but I think I'm just gonna flag him. It's just such an effective strategy when he has 30 seconds left. Doesn't really matter what you play. You're just gonna win no matter what. It doesn't mean that I feel like happy about blundering a rook, but it happens. Okay, we're just gonna do this. I thought I had an idea, but that was wrong. This is so bad. I was actually doing pretty well in this game. And now I had to reduce myself into flagging the guy. What's the time control in a Pro Chess League, asks Chigas. And that is 15 minutes per game and 2 seconds per move. So how much time left? Oh, it's only a couple of seconds left. And even Georg caught up with me at the end. So I'm 7th. I'm worst among all the titled players, basically. That is, wow. I'm worst among all the titled players. That is insane. Okay, I'm gonna do the standings just as the timer goes down to 0. There's 18 more seconds, 15 seconds left in the tournament. And I think my opponent actually noticed because he's playing very quickly as if he's going to win this game against me in the next 2 seconds. That's not going to happen. Okay, so we're going to do the standings. I'm going to do a new screen grab. and do a screen grab of the standings. Okay, that's a bit big, but I'll live with it. So Krikor, the Brazilian Grandmaster, is number one with, I mean, completely outclassing the entire field. That is very good. 88 points. And Jackie, a guy I didn't play against, a guy I know nothing about, finished second place. So Krikor had 25.5 out of 27. That is incredible. That is extremely good. I only managed 23 games. So he got way better score than me, but also much more games. And we have Georg finishing just ahead of me. We have Crypto Chess. Revnov. I don't know who this guy is, but he beat me, so he's probably very good. And we have Aman. Aman with 20.5 out of 25. And I have 18.5 out of 23. I don't know what happened. I had some really good games, but I think overall I just lost too many games, but also I was probably too slow. I had some really tricky games all the time, and I was trying to figure out what was happening, and yeah. Dude, top 8 is pretty good. Awesome, says Master. No. Top 3. Top 3 gets prizes. I don't get prizes. 8th place, that is not good enough. But I will get a prize if you all go vote for me on the Twitter poll, which is going to be up this week. So I hope you really enjoyed the stream. I hope you'll be back for next week. This chess.com Arena Kings streaming is being held every single week. So there's going to be another one next Wednesday at the same time, 9 p.m. Oslo. And yeah, I'll hope you'll be back for that as well. Let's see. Any questions? You blundered a lot, in my opinion, says Linted. And I cannot argue with that. I made a lot of mistakes. But on the other hand, it's a very tricky thing trying to talk and play at the same time. It does deteriorate your chess. You have no chance of playing at the same level. So having that in mind, the game I won against Georg, the game I drew against Georg, I'm really happy about those because they were good games whilst simultaneously, trying to talk everyone through it. Hawks is saying, this is the future of chess. Really entertaining. And Gislev will vote for me if I tell you how. So probably in a later stream this week, I'll make sure to let you know how you can vote for me. Lurker is wondering about the link for the Twitter poll. And that's not going to be out for some time. I think probably they will spend some time getting the thing. Some people are saying that Krikor wasn't streaming. I don't know. I think he was, but anyway, I'm not nowhere close to a prize anyhow because I'm way down on 8th place. Kregoth is asking any stream schedule. And I have a schedule on my Twitch channel. You can go twitch.com/GMJLH/events, I think. So twitch.tv/ I think it's first my username and then events. But there I have an updated kind of list of streams. I'll make sure to do some advertising about my streams tomorrow. I will be following the Norway Gnomes in the Pro Chess League. Yeah, this is what Hawks is asking about. What's happening in the 6-hour stream tomorrow? So I'm gonna say something sensible about that. First, I'm doing a stream in Norwegian. It's gonna start at, I don't know, about 3:15. And we'll talk about the Tata Steel chess tournament. We'll talk about Magnus not being able to do anything with white. We'll talk about Arjan making a bit of a comeback today with his win in the B group. So that's going to be in Norwegian. And then at 5:30, the Norway Gnomes is having their first match of the season. We're playing the Volga Stormbringers. It's a Russian team. And the Russians are pretty good at chess. So I think that's going to be something I massively recommend watching. Because on the Norway Gnomes team, we have 2 world champions. We have Magnus Carlsen and we have Arjan Tari. So that's going to be the Pro Chess League coverage I'm doing. And then, as if that wasn't enough, at 10 p.m. I'm playing the Bullet tournament at Lichess. So Lichess is hosting a Bullet tournament with prizes. The last time they held it, it was in December. And the winner was none other than world champion Magnus Carlsen. So that's going to be a very high level prestigious event as well. And I think Bullet on stream is it's pretty shocking stuff at some points. So tomorrow Pro Chess League is going to be in English. So that's for Lindelam. Pro Chess League is going to be an English stream. And yeah, I think that's going to be fantastic. Magnus is taking a rest day, his rest day in Tata Steel. He's spending with you guys playing chess on the line. It's magnificent. Okay, so if there's no more questions. Okay, no, this is important. Lars Ulrich is saying that I'm gonna get a 3rd prize because only Aman and Crypto Chess were streaming. Somehow I find that hard to believe, but I'll make sure to ask somebody whether I want a prize. But if that's the case, I'm even more devastated. Because these guys, I should be able to finish ahead of. Too many blunders. I think this is the honest opinion of Linted, and he's right. Too many blunders. It's not good. You're random is saying you are very handsome, and I appreciate that. I'm coming right from my TV chess broadcast, so I'm wearing some makeup and my suit. Georg was streaming, Krikor was streaming. That's kind of what I figured, so I'm not getting a prize. But that's kind of fine because I did not play well enough to deserve a prize. Hawks is giving his kids the iPad tomorrow, so he can follow my stream. Wow, that is excellent use of pacifying technology. But yeah, I don't know if it's healthy, but it's what we do. Ah, Lars is apologizing his mistake because his Twitch filter was only for English. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I should be doing these streams in Norwegian. Nah, I'll keep this in English. I'm doing a lot of other Norwegian streams. Makeup, yeah. That's how I roll in the studio. Yeah, this is gonna be the last seconds you have to ask a question. Otherwise, think I'm gonna call it a day. It's been a long day with Magnus having the big. Well, big day is not accurate, but a very long day. And then this, so it's. This is an interesting from Kregoth. Will we see Carlson with you streaming sometime? Maybe. I don't know. But I'll definitely try to convince him to come on at some point. Maybe he will do his own stream. Who knows? I want to mention that Hikaru has been convinced by the chess.com people that streaming is gonna be such a big thing. He's doing it himself now. So that's kind of world-class players doing Twitch streams with chess. That's pretty good. So the gnomes are playing at 5:30 p.m. Oslo time. 5:30 p.m. Oslo time. That is the Norway Gnomes. That is my next English stream. For the Norwegian crowd, please follow me as I go through the first couple of games from the Tata Steel chess tournament. And that's it from me for today. So it's a bit disappointing with the chess outcome, but such is life. You cannot win every single time. And I'll be back in 1 week, next Wednesday at 8:30. At the very same time, I'll be back for the third Arena Chess tournament, Arena Kings tournament. And I hope to see you back then.